If you've been doing everything right for your beard and it still refuses to level up, there's a reason. Because when I would look back at how I grew a 20-inch beard, only one of the things I did actually changed everything. And I'm saving that one for number one. But to get there, we have to walk through the decisions that quietly stack up over time. Because long beards aren't built with hacks, they're built with sequence. Let's start at 5. You don't realize how fragile your length is until you start losing it. This felt insignificant at first, almost too simple to matter. But when your beard gets long, a brush stops being a tool. It becomes friction. Brushing a long beard is like dragging your fingers through tangled wire. You're not styling, you're breaking. And this is usually the moment where you're standing in the mirror thinking, why does this hurt? And why am I still doing it? Because the second I switched to a comb, everything changed. I use this wooden comb, nothing fancy, but you have to start up at the bottom and work your way up. That one habit eliminates yanks before they happen. That way you're clearing the knots instead of dragging them through your whole beard. A comb doesn't force your beard into shape. It respects the direction it wants to grow. Suddenly, detangling felt controlled instead of aggressive. Snags turned into smooth passes. Breakage dropped. And here's the part that sneaks up on you. If your beard feels stuck at the same length month over month, it might not be genetics. It might be your brush. And that realization, that was the first crack in the wall. Then came the oil that surprised me the most. I didn't use argan oil to fix problems. I used it to elevate progress. This was the oil that made my beard feel light but disciplined. Soft but not floppy. Controlled but not stiff. And that's because argan oil is known to add slip and elasticity to long hair, which means less friction, less breakage, and better control without heaviness. And here's the important part. I'm not talking about dumping pure argan oil in your beard every day. Products containing argan oil are good enough, especially when they're formulated right. I use beard shampoo and conditioner from Grave Before Shave. It's high-end stuff where a little goes a long way. You don't need more product, you need better product. Because when the base is clean, conditioned, and healthy, argan oil stops acting like a fixer and starts acting like a finisher. It became the final layer in my wash routine. Not the foundation, not the rescue tool. More like, this is what a healthy beard should feel like. And once you feel that difference, you start chasing that feeling and not new products. Because here's the thing that people miss. Argan oil only works when the beard underneath it is already healthy. And realizing that forced me to rethink everything that came before it. That's where avocado oil came in. I used avocado oil to stabilize growth. This was the oil that made my beard feel nourished without feeling heavy. Soft, but still structured. Healthy, without collapsing under its own weight. And that matters with length. Avocado oil is known for penetrating deep into long hair, helping retain moisture and reduce dryness, and keep long strands flexible instead of brittle, which means fewer snaps, less dryness at the ends, and a beard that can actually handle getting longer. And here's the important part. I'm not talking about drowning your beard in oil. Avocado oil works best when it's part of a balanced formula, not something you slap on and hoping it fixes everything. In my case, it's already built into my beard oil blend. I've dialed it in over time and I'll be breaking that down in future content. Because once avocado oil is supporting the beard properly, it stops feeling like maintenance and starts feeling like protection. It didn't finish my routine, it reinforced it. More like, this beard could survive another inch. And once you feel that difference, you stop chasing shine and start protecting progress. But here's what people miss. Avocado oil works because it keeps the beard healthy during growth, not because it magically speeds things up. And understanding that changed how I approached everything that came next. Because this is where things got uncomfortable. Castor oil is thick, almost stubborn, and I hated it at first. It didn't feel elegant. It didn't disappear into the beard, it just stayed there. But that heaviness changed my behavior. Because castor oil is known for locking in moisture, supporting the skin underneath long beards, and reducing breakage by keeping hairs flexible instead of dry. And in my case, it's not something I use on its own. It's built into my beard oil blend. Once it was part of the blend, everything else made sense. I stopped over-applying products. I stopped touching my beard all day. I stopped chasing instant results. Castor oil doesn't reward impatience. It exposes it. Instead of focusing on how my beard looked, I started paying attention to how my skin felt. Was it calm, hydrated, not irritated, healthy skin first, then healthy hair? Castor oil didn't just change my beard. It forced me to slow down. And that shift in mindset, that's what opened the door to the most important thing I ever did. If you only remember one thing from this entire video, make it this. I learned patience. Not fake patience. Not, I'll wait but I'll still trim my beard every week. Real patience. The kind where you stop interrupting the process just because something feels off. I stopped panicking over uneven growth. I stopped trying to correct every asymmetry. I stopped reaching for balms, butters, oils, or the trimmers without knowing why. Because every product you use should solve a clear problem. Dryness, breakage, irritation, lack of control. And sometimes the problem isn't any of those. Sometimes the beard just needs time. Here's the truth no one tells you. Long beards are supposed to grow unevenly. That's not a flaw. That's the training ground. Your beard is teaching you judgment, when to act and when to leave it alone. Because if you add product without a problem or trim without a reason, you're not maintaining, you're interrupting. Every time I resisted the urge to fix something that wasn't broken, my beard got longer. Not faster, but stronger. And that's the difference between growing a beard and keeping one. So be honest with yourself. Which one are you skipping right now? Patience or clarity? Because the answer to that question is probably the exact reason your beard hasn't reached the next level yet. You're not behind, you're just learning timing.